Hello everyone, welcome to High Playing Games. My name's Simon and we're going retro remake here, thanks to Brain Games. Welcome to F1 Spirit, the way to Formula 1. Now F1 Spirit was primarily, because it was made by Konami, a late 80s into early 90s series that followed Formula 1 from a top-down perspective. Initially around Ayrton Senna and Satoru Nakajima, around what they used to do, and I think Aguri Suzuki may have had one game out of it, I can't remember. But these games were rather fabulous, so I'll put something in there, I'll ask you a password so that you can recover it at a later point. And the whole point of these wonderful games, and we're going to go from one multiplayer, is that you progress up the ranks to get to Formula 1. You can only do it if you've actually passed like a certain amount of stuff beforehand. So if we go for the stock car, and we'll go for the ready-made track that we've got here. We've got 3 different cars to choose between. Let's go for the powerful, scary one. The whole point of this is that you're top-down, you're going through gears, and it's very much like a game called Enduro, where there's like millions of cars out on track. And you need to get to the end and avoid everyone else and stop crashing into the crowds. The big thing, or the big omission with this remake from Brain Games, which was all developed over the course of a day or two for a competition, I believe, and then they just kind of put it out as a piece of freeware for people to kind of relive, because obviously actually still having some of these games is quite rare. I know you've got all different emulators and stuff, but I quite like having the original stuff still, and I still collect things. The big omission here is that they've not actually calculated any of the AI to pit for fuel, so you have to proper blast it and take massive liberties so that you can still pick up points and stuff, because you're going to need to pit fuel at least once, if not twice, and the fuel is time-based and not actually distance and speed-based. So if you're slow around this and you've had a couple of crashes and you're towards the back, you're going to have to make 2 pit stops and not one around, say like the F3 circuit. But this is to just try and show people how far we've come in F1 games, because this was amazing. And this was the pinnacle of stuff in arcade. You would have a steering wheel, you'd be throwing it around. Most people remember Super Sprint, where you had 3 wheels to a cabin. That kind of stuff. And yes, this is a remake and it's made it with prettier and happier graphics. Let's go around again. We will have to pit the fuel though. Next time. If we haven't crashed, we might be alright. Right, I won't chance it. Because if you run out of fuel, it is game over. You can also see that there is tyres, brake and engine wear that's going on as well, which is fab, and when you come into the pits that does get repaired. It's more to do with you going off the track and hitting others there as opposed to how you drive. It is rather lovely to see this all come together and be rather happy Jojo. I love the music as well, it is so of its time. I'm controlling the gears as well. Unfortunately for this, that we can be stock carring, going at full speed around this track. Other things, not quite so easy. So these top-down perspective games had quite a good run in the early 90s before you took the behind-the-wheel stuff that like the SNES and Mega Drive kind of was able to do. And that's where Ayrton Senna Monaco Grand Prix came along, or Super Monaco Grand Prix. But before that, this was your pinnacle of how we drove F1 games. I think the other big one that was behind things, obviously, was the Jeff Crammond games. before Grand Prix, when we've done Stunt Car Driver. Have I just won? I have. And of course, we're old school, so it was 9 points for a win. Let's dive to... Let's see if we can do the F3 one. I have a funny feeling this might be Ferrari. And let's be the not Ferrari. Oh, we're going to get rain. Great. Only 43 cars in this F3 race. What we wouldn't kill for grids like that now. Oh, it's automatic. Oh, we hit a tree. We still seem to be okay. Tells me I'm gonna, yeah. Cartwheel. The big problem with this now is going to be that because I've crashed, I'm going to pit for fuel not just once, but probably twice. And obviously we're using what would have been a gamepad. Buttons for left, right, and so you've got no triggers. Oh dear, hello tree. And repairs. It's going to be a bus choice, I just wanted you to see just how far F1 games have come over the years. The circuit either, whereas the other one felt very much like a pretend Suzuka. Catch the back and then we're going to use the pin again. Obviously this game is over a decade old, like the remake, so it's not as if they're going to patch in the fact that the AI will stop. Heavily weighted against you. That could cause us problems with fuel. No, stop. Relaxed, for goodness sake. Some things never change. So if I actually let's do a big crash. Let's quit out from that. Yes, you can have 4 players playing at once. Continue, and let's give Rally a quick go before we give up. Clearly that one. Just 23. This feels a little bit more like combat cars, to be fair, than anything else. But isn't it nice to see an F1 game of 30 years ago having a deeper career mode than what games do today? Oh, like the attempt of clouds. Do this one. Suspiciously sour the light. Ah, and we've not pitted, so we're going to run out of fuel anyway. Park that rally car, Smithy. So yeah, that is F1 Spirit Remake. It's available on braingames.com. The original game came out on arcade, and I believe you can still emulate it using Memes or Mears or whatever it is. You know the arcade emulator. So yeah, thumbs ups. You guys will take care. See you on another episode here on High Plane Games. Bye for now.